Here's a statement you probably have never heard before. I had an STI when my mom died. Backing up a bit, which also happens to be the reason why I got an STI, I learned that my mom had weeks left to live on January 5th, 2015. Right before that, I had started taking PrEP, and I was distracting myself by hooking up with a lot of people. And no, I wasn't just leaving my mom neglected as she was dying. She was in Kansas and I was in New York City at the time. My dad told me to hang tight until the end of the month when I would go home to celebrate her birthday with her. So I was whoring myself around and embracing for the first time in my life not having to worry about getting HIV. And then on January 19th, I got a call from my dad saying that my mom only had days left, and I rushed home, thus ending my hookup spree. The first indication that something was amiss was that my butt was itching all the time, and when I would go number 2, there'd be a slight burning sensation. But while I was home, I was constantly eating chips and salsa because I was never really that hungry for a proper meal, and it was something easy to munch on when my stomach would start rumbling. So my dumbass thought the symptoms were because of how much spice I was consuming, even though at most we were just eating medium salsa. Well, my mom ended up passing away exactly 10 years ago today, and in my final moments with her, when I was telling her how much I loved her and how much I would miss her and how grateful I was for her, all of which is documented in my book, Losing Linda May, a Cancer Caregiving Memoir, gonorrhea was having a field day in my rectum. I cannot think of a more perfect example of the fact that two truths can coexist than this. Losing a loved one doesn't stop everything else happening in your life, even though it can sometimes seem that way. And it certainly doesn't prevent you from getting an STI. When I eventually realized what was going on and got tested and treated, I was ashamed at myself. But now, 10 years later, I find it to be very funny and also representative of my life in a strange way, because for whatever reason, nothing ever unfolds for me in a way that is straightforward.